Yo. Hold up. Oh, there I am. Hello. Got it. I just went to the gym. Hard workout. Just went hard in the gym. Yo, yo. We're live. Markets are moving. Crypto's tanking. I bought a watch at the right time. I bought a watch with Bitcoin. I'll show you it. Why you buy a watch? I bought this little guy. Clean. Bought it at the right fucking time. Literally. Bought it at the right time, boys. That's how you do it. Bought it at 120K. Bought it like up here. Or wait, yeah. Good timing. Good timing. It's fresh. Look at it. Clean. Gold. Well, because gold went up. Think about these solid gold pieces. So with Rolex, you have steel. Every Rolex has gold in it, even the steel ones. You'll have it around the the casing. The casing, even on the steel ones, have white gold, or a gold that Rolex has patented. There's a specific gold that Rolex has actually patented themselves. Even the steel ones have a little bit on the lugs. They're called the lugs. The steel ones. They all have gold on them. Most people don't know that. Even the steel ones. But you have like two-tone. But the solid gold pieces, like all solid gold pieces, that could be like your Daytonas, your Sky Dwellers, your Sea Dwellers. All those, even a sub, like those effective like February, because of the price of gold went up 14%. Because of the price of gold, all the solid gold pieces, Rolex increased them by like 14% in like February. So the solid gold pieces are pretty, in terms of the gold value, or there's some gold value there. Like this probably has, because you buy the brand, you're buying the name too. But this probably has 165 grams. They, depending on the model, they could have like 165 to 185 grams of 18 karat gold pure. That's like $20,000 Canadian in gold. Yeah, around there. The solid gold ones are so like the price that Rolex sells a brand new solid gold for, you could find on like the gray market cheaper ones, like older years. Like if you're buying a brand new model, you're gonna be paying like 50, high of like closer to 50K USD. 50,000. Yeah, if you're buying brand new one of these, you're gonna be paying close to like 50,000 USD, maybe like 48, 49, depending on who you know. If you're buying brand new. But older models you could find, depending on the year, like 40, 41, 42, 38,000 even, like depending on the year. Solid gold pieces, like if buying them brand new, you can find, like depending on the year, you can find them cheaper. I don't buy anything brand new personally. Personally, makes no sense. I'd rather buy older year, maybe by a couple years. Can save $10,000, $15,000, 8,000, whatever, depending on the model. We're getting that. Hey, it's August going into September, so let's not be surprised about crypto right now because it is August, and August going into September tends to be the worst season of crypto. We've talked about this on the live streams before. We know August going into September is the worst season for crypto. We've talked about that several times on streams before. So we shouldn't be surprised by this or take this like, oh my God, what's happening with the market? We should be right now like, okay, we should, because coming into August, like in June and July, there were many sessions I said August, September probably will have a season where it's like, what the fuck's going on? Oh my gosh, markets, it's normal to expect. So coming into this month, it's like we already kind of could have expected a situation like this with what Bitcoin's doing. August, September, it tends to be a bloody season. Yeah, August. We've talked about this before, and I've talked about this in the past. And when I've talked about it in the past, I've always said, I'm not trying to scare you guys or anything, but August, September tends to be like a bloody season in the market. Historically, it's when the market tends to, not perform as well, or it has like what we're kind of maybe seeing right now and starting right now. It's situations like this where there's traders like me who watch these moves and are watching them and maybe taking them for what they are. From my perspective, it could be again another one of those situations that causes panic, causes fear. It's looking like we're getting a sharp nosedive down, pretty much like a really sharper move down in the market right now, like a sharper nosedive. From my experience, I feel, and before August, this is going back to what I was saying, even coming into August, because I've talked about how August going into September can have something like this. You have like a lot going on with Trump, Zelensky, and Putin, and then you have China. China just created a bunch of FUD. China's trying to ban, like, once again for like the 14th fucking time. China's over here trying to ban crypto trading and crypto mining once again for like, so that was some news the other day, like on August 4th. I don't know if you guys saw on like August 4th or like the first, like, what was it? I think like this within last week. But that caused some fear, uncertainty, and doubt. Trump and Putin meeting, that caused some uncertainty. What's the market gonna do? Zelensky, Putin meeting, all this going on, more uncertainty. A big week too. We have a lot of news this week. It feels like you're getting a fast, kind of chaotic period again, starting right now, where we're going back to fear. We're gonna probably go back to a fearful stage and everything again. It's looking like it's gonna happen quick though. Like a sharp nosedive is happening right now. Ethereum looks like it's coming back to 4,000. It could come below 4,000. We're above $4,000, almost hit all-time high pretty much. It's coming back to the 4K Ethereum. Historical level now. When we look to the left, you could see there was a time where, like right now, if we look to the left, like here for example, this, see this? See how fast it went down? And then it recovered? It went a lot faster down than up after. You see this here? That was May. Then it pumped up. This is August. August down into September, and then it rallied up towards the end of the year. December's up here. This is December right here. This is August, end of August. Knowing the market, like, obviously something like this could happen. That's what we don't want. A fast move down could happen. Big and fast. Bigger but faster. Not slow big, but big fast. That could come. Unless we're coming to look like we're coming to like test 4K on Ethereum. I could even try to hit prices like 3,900, 3,800, 3,750. We have a lot of previous resistance broken out of a very key level. We obviously know there's demand, momentum in the market, but stuff like pullbacks like this are normal. It's what creates a market. You have greed. The higher a market goes, the higher leverage gets too. So one thing you got to understand with price is the more expensive, the higher something gets. That means the more demand there is too. But also the higher leverage starts to increase, the higher something goes. Leverage across the board starts to significantly increase the more prices go higher. People start to just leverage more and more and more and more and more. So that's why pullbacks, situations like this are normal. This could even go more into September. But you have some interesting levels that are coming to get retested. 4,000 might come. Pretty much like I said this on, I did a call on Saturday for Inner Circle, and I was showing you guys like we're probably gonna get one of these moves. If anybody was on my last call I did, we're basically getting one of these moves right now. It could get bigger. It's about the same size, probably 14 to 20%. Yeah, 14. If the market wants to go down lower, it would probably come in that pocket there to like 25% of a down. You can see this is down 14%, so it's turning into a pretty decent correction now. If it gets to like 25%, that's a pretty major correction. Kind of like what happened way down there. You can see back down here, the market had a 26% correction at a cheaper price, catapulted back up. When we were down here, there were several sessions I was saying, wait for this to come to 2K and go up or around there. So this is like trying to find, because it was just expensive. If you look at the chart, realistically, like Ethereum was pretty expensive. It was pretty much just at the all-time highs. It was in a supply zone, so it was expensive price. Pretty much like in a premium area, like a expensive price location. Take profiters, sellers. The Ethereum Foundation sold some too. The ETH Foundation, they sold some ETH. Like that's normal. Like they have every right to, right? But if it's like, if you liked Ethereum at 4,800, don't be afraid of these pullbacks. Like it's like I said on my story, the when Ethereum was at 1,800 months ago. So I have that post. Like everyone was freaking out. And watch, you're gonna see some fear come in the market soon, especially if price goes down faster. Like if you like price when it's, I'm gonna show you guys what I posted like a little while ago. Yeah, if you like price when it's at 4,800, don't be afraid of 4,000, 4,100 or lower. Realistically, because if that's how you play the game, there's people in these types of situations that navigate with conviction, that don't care about the bleeding, they don't care about the pullbacks. They have their goals. Like it's all about having your goals, your long-term goals, and trying to reach them. Back in April, I remember when fucking everyone was freaking out about Ethereum. I'm gonna pretty much say the same thing now I said then. Back in that time, those are good times. Forget where it is. I posted it the other day. The chart looks like it's trying to retest 4,000. I'm big. I have a lot of Ethereum, so I'm been watching Ethereum a lot. Pretty much watch it in my sleep. Pretty much at this point. Watch it with one eye. No, kidding. Here it is. I found it. I'll just post this in Discord real quick. I think I've posted it before in Discord. Like I've talked like this before a lot. Let's see. I'll just airdrop it. That's faster. Where is it? I posted this the other day, but it was from like April 1st. Yeah, April 1st. This is when Ethereum was at like, I mean, go to April 1st. I think it was at like $1,700 around there. This is when, this was like a crazy time of fear. Obviously, the market was down for months. But I was saying, if you loved Ethereum when it was 4,000, you should really love it at these levels. Take what you need from this. Everyone has their own perspective. At the end of the day, you either buy or cry. Right? That was when Ethereum was down here. All right? We were super bullish on Ethereum down there. I've made a lot of money since then, probably a couple mil. And yeah, you guys have seen how life has gone since then, since April 1st. Since April 1st, I've made more money than I've made in the last 2 years. Just, yeah, so. Yeah, I could say, yeah. That was when Ethereum, I have a position. I posted it too yesterday. Like, it was 76 Ethereum. Now it's just 50 Ethereum. Soft. It's light. It's light. So it's like when these situations are happening, it's like everyone, because remember when the higher prices go, the more leverage gets in, the higher leverage goes. So if you loved price here, and price is dropping, and now you're unsure, it's like what you know, you gotta keep with conviction over time, and that can be hard. So I don't like, you need time, and time in the game will build that. But even if price comes to 4,000, if it comes to 3,800, if it comes to like 3,750, if it comes lower, below 4,000, everything I'm saying makes way more sense, because it's like, let's say price goes below 4K and tries to rebound. It's like, if you liked price when it was close to 4,800 a week ago, and you're unsure now, just think about it. Think about what I'm saying. Because I'm waiting to see, like I've told you guys, I'm waiting to see where the market goes. It's gonna be like September to December, an interesting season. Maybe towards the end, like the last quarter of the year. I mean, you've seen how quickly prices can go up. They can come down just as quick. Like, price can come down quickly too in this market. It's a 24/7 market too. Virtual, online, very accessible. That's what makes it so fast, and that's what makes it different than traditional stuff. Like, the percentages that this market moves compared to traditional stuff is way more extreme. Just even than something like Ethereum. Like, you have just Ethereum in a couple of days is down a pretty decent percentage, right? Like 15%, 20%, you know, but just the fact that these cryptos can fluctuate that on week to week basis is a lot compared to like traditional markets, right? So it's obviously more extreme, and that's why I'm a believer in it, because that's what it was made to be. It's a different world it's a different world outside of traditional things, but not even everyone's used to that. It takes time to even get used to. Trust, I've been through. It can get worse from here. That's why I like to talk like this. I like to talk like this to have, like, you know, kind of like expect the best, prepare for the worst type of situations, right? Because when you look to the left, it's like you could see over here how fast prices can come down, but then rebound. How fast prices can come down, then rebound. Even here, down, rebound. 3,000. I think we'll stay above 3,000. 4,000 is obviously a psychological price. In the near term, you could obviously try to see if like $4,000 holds. Tries to go back to that 5K or 5,200. What's my target for Ethereum? I'm not going to be one of those people who's calling out 20,000, 50,000, 10,000. I'm going to just more like a safe target, because I see some really bold numbers, and obviously 5,200, 6,200. Like, if I'm going to be realistic, because obviously you got people like Tom Lee saying Ethereum's going to 15,000 by the end of the year, and you got People saying it's going to go to 12,000, 15,000, 20,000 by the end of the year. Whether that's going to happen or not, if people are calling out those prices, I'm going to marginalize and average what people are calling out. If everyone's saying this, I'm going to kind of step a little under that to where it could go more than likely. I'll still be on for the ride, but like I'd rather take profit at 6,200 and then just hold the rest of the ride type of thing, whatever I hold on to. Cause like you got people like Tom Lee. Tom Lee's calling out some pretty bold prices. You got 15,000 by the end of the year being called out by Tom Lee. These people, like people saying 15,000 by end of the year, 12,000 by end of the year. Some pretty bold prices, which I mean, yeah. I'm not gonna say it can't happen in crypto. I've been here enough to see anything happen. Along 11 years, you've seen enough things. 5,200, 6,200. Those are price targets I always had in mind, like closer to even 7K at the most. But obviously, that was even before all this, before everything that's happened in the last couple of months with Ethereum and weeks. I've had those price targets in mind before. 5,200, 6,200, 7,000 for me was in mind when Ethereum was over here, where I'm circling. Before, like, when Ethereum was here, when Ethereum was here, when Ethereum was here, I've had those price targets in mind before all this. I don't want to say hype. I don't want to call it hype. Adoption, demand, mainstream attention. I don't want to say hype because I don't think it's hype, because if I've believed in all of this before this, so for me it's not hype. I've things that are happening that I thought were gonna happen are happening now at these prices. They're happening at higher prices. Things that weren't happening down here, down here, down here, down here, where I had these price targets in mind. So it's interesting when you kind of, if you understand what I'm saying there. It's hard to, I'm trying to fucking help you guys understand what my brain's saying, but like down here I always was like this, yeah, like 5,200, 6,000, 7,000. But now ever since like the last couple of weeks, ever since this whole, you got the whole Tom Lee, the Ethereum treasury, Sharplink game, you got a lot of companies that are like trying to do treasuries for ETH, so it's getting interesting. So where could we go? It's like I don't want to say I raised my targets, but I have more conviction that everything I targeted will get hit. Could be in a couple months or by the end of the year. But yeah, if you go look up Tom Lee and some of these other guys that are super bullish, like billionaire company guys, sort of like Michael Saylor type of stuff. MicroStrategy. Some of these guys are super bullish on ETH. They're calling out some bold. I want to say bold prices. Like I'm seeing 10,000, 15,000, 12,000 by the end of the year for ETH type of targets. I'm even seeing people call it 60K and 50K. I'm like, geez. They say Ethereum is more scarce in a way because it takes more use. The more Ethereum gets used, the more it gets burned as well. The more it gets used, and a lot of Ethereum is being staked right now too. I think I saw like 30% of Ethereum is being staked right now. It's pretty big. It's a lot of locked up value there in a way. Thinking about it like that. So these situations, think about this. I mean, if you know where something's going, it's how much can I get before it gets there, right? If it's like I know it's going here or here, it's like, okay, does the plan change? Does the goal change? Does the roadmap change? It never really has for me, in the sense of when I know where something's going or I have a long-term bias on something. Does pullbacks, does scary times change the plan? It never has for me. That's why I think I have as much Bitcoin, XRP, Ethereum, Solana as I do, those types of coins. Look at Chainlink. Chainlink's been doing good. So I mean, if you do your research, like, I don't want to call out these prices because they're not prices. I'm calling out, like, I'll comfortably call like 6,200, 7K. But from what I'm seeing, we could study the chart and, like, yeah, we'll do some sessions this week from what I've been seeing, the research I've been doing. But yeah, do your research on Ethereum. Keep an eye on it still. I've been seeing some pretty bold price targets that people have. I don't know if you guys have seen. Have you, any of you guys seen? 15% is a pretty decent percentage off. It might go to 25, but like, a lot of you guys are I've added a lot of you guys to the tools. If you've commented, yeah. Oh, I gotta fix the thing. If you've commented, maybe there's a few people, like, yeah, okay, there's one. Every single one of these have been, every single person, like, I've liked every single one. I've added, let's see, there's a couple people, like, yeah, I went through last week. I've added everyone who's commented to the tools on these posts. Maybe except for the last couple. You know, I've added everyone who's commented. One of them has like 320 people. One of them has like 280. A lot of you guys a lot of you guys have access to the tools. Keep messaging me. I've added a lot of people to them. This one maybe doesn't have as much. 243 people have been added, but there's whoever, if you've there's 132. If you've commented on this, I've added you to it. Like, let me see. This person, maybe not. See, this user has already been granted access. A lot of you guys have access to somebody. Yeah, see, like, I can't add you more than once. You already have access. This person might not. No. There you go. See, if you comment on the posts, I've added pretty much everybody who's commented on the posts, except for this name. I have a photo. Yeah, see, this user has already been granted access. There's more to. You'll see. Working on some stuff. I've been quiet because working on some stuff. You'll see in September. All of this stuff. All this stuff is about to get revamped anyways. All this stuff is about to get an entire upgrade, like, and be cleaner, smoother. These are just the version ones. They're good, but all this stuff is about to get a whole new. You'll see soon. All of it. Yeah. So. I know everyone's excited for these tools, but these aren't even the official ones yet. Like, they're the script, the starting versions. Like, okay, not the test, because these have been worked on for months. They're good. They're good how they are, but just making them look sexier and cooler and just more stuff. You'll see. I can't show on. I have it on Discord, but I can't show. Actually, I'm not. Yeah, I can't show yet. Actually, I can't show yet. I would, but there's some new stuff coming though. Gold's going for maybe a dip situation. 33.15, yeah. 33.25 was holding. There was some buys there. Probably pull back to, yeah, like, gold's probably gonna bounce. Like, it hit 33.15. You're gonna get like a bounce. 33.15 was a good level to keep an eye on. 33.25 was holding. I went over last week 33.30 and 33.25. That held for a little while. That 33.30. I feel like it'll come down to like 3,300 this week, maybe. Could come down to 3,300 area. I feel like gold could probably drop. I haven't been trading gold that much right now. Only thing I looked at was 30. I was talking about, I think it was 33.30, 33.25 area. I mentioned it a few times. Last week it held that a bit, and some of this week, early this week. But last week that was holding 33.30, 33.25 area. I feel like, yeah, might come down to like 33.05, 3,300. Like right now, like there's some zones I was looking at. 3,300 or 33.30, 33.25 zone didn't hold. It did for a bit. We broke it. So now it's like 33.15 was the next zone to kind of keep an eye on. I think I wrote in Discord last night if this happens, it could go down to like 33.05, 3,300. I think I wrote 33.20, 33.15 would be like the next bullish zone. 3,300 area could potentially come this week too. I feel like, because we had 33.25. It already hit like 33.15. It's looking like it's gonna bounce back up from like, maybe try to bounce back up into that area. Back up to like 33, back up to the 33.30, 33.25 area. And maybe go down to like, I feel like we could come down to 33.05, 3,300 area. Probably bullish bounce off of there, kind of like what's happening right now. Like 3,300 area could be like how 33.15 is doing right now. Like if you see what 33.15 is doing, 3,300 would probably do that, like a bounce, or like the 32.90, 3,300 area. See what's happening right now with like 33.15. You'd probably get like a bounce back up to here, come down. 3,300 area could probably bounce like 33.15 is right now. Yeah, I got the new. So if you have a comment, you just got to comment. I need like everyone who's commented, I've added, because I've liked every. I went one by one and liked every single one. So these ones, XAU, I think that's your username? No way. Yeah. These like someone who's commented maybe like 4 minutes ago probably doesn't have access. Yeah, like if you, I've gone through them one by one. I've liked every single, I've added and I liked the comment. And I go boom, so make sure so I know I've literally like it took some time, but I've added a lot of people. Some of you guys keep messaging me saying, can you add me? And I go and I add you and I'm like, fuck, I already added this person. So just comment again, comment on the posts, your TradingView username. I'd be adding people every day. Guess I spent some money the other day. 33.15 is reacting, so it's like kind of late. What did it do there? A little bit of like accumulation on there, like literally, wow, yeah. There's a bit of like accumulation happening. I think like could maybe pull back. Looks like it's gonna try to pull back. I think next bullish zone would be like 33.05, 3,300 area. I was about to call a signal out. Where's the candle? It was this candle. I was gonna call a buyout. I'm getting ready, and I don't know what happened. It shot up like 40 pips, and I was like, damn it, bro. This candle, I was gonna call a buy on this candle. I don't know. After this candle, it was like this wick was something, and then it moved, and I was just too late. I was gonna send a signal here. There was a good buy here. And then I had a nice little spike up. It looks like the 4 hour is Maybe you're gonna flip for a move up. Like, it looks like your 4 hour might come back to that previous support area here. Looks like you're gonna try to come back into here. You get some rejection. There's an area around 3300. Like, you can kind of see it, 3305, 3300 area. If we get a strong move this week, let's say we go up, strong move down, that could be a sell setup potentially. Around there, around the high. You have your high here. Maybe sell in that area, comes back. If let's say you see the move that happened like today, the bearish move down, strong move down. Let's say at some point in this week, you get a strong move like we have today around this area, like it trades into 3300, like you get a strong bearish move into there, you probably get a bounce. Maybe Thursday the market's dropping into 3300 area, or Friday, end of the week. It could be maybe an end of the week scenario because it's Tuesday, right? 3300 might try to come in this week, but right now it looks like we're pretty much like stalling out slow right now. Could maybe close bullish on this 4 hour, and that starts to move up. Funny. Could be like strong bearish moves. Like, if you look at the strong bearish moves on the 4 hour, they all just kind of bounce into a buy. These strong bearish move, they'll bounce into a buy. Strong bearish move, bounce into a buy, continue. So like any of these, like it looks like any of these stronger moves down, starting since Monday. Like Monday, like here you had a bearish move down, rejection candlesticks, some bullish move up, strong bearish move down. So it looks like you're getting like some rejection maybe to get a bullish move up, potentially go strong bearish move down. Alright, yeah. I'm making videos. Like, I'm just gonna have a section in school because the tools are gonna be new. They're gonna look different in September. They're all almost done. Not everything's done. Like, I have some videos. I think I'll be able to show it soon. Some stuff soon. But I gotta make some. I'm gonna make a section in school. I'm going to a location to have, so like I have someone, like I'm paying for a bunch of, like I'm going somewhere to record. Like I'm setting up a studio. Like, I'm not doing it here. I'm going somewhere. I gotta take a flight for 7 days, and I'm setting up a studio to, yeah, like that's why I'm not just doing it here. So the classroom, there's gonna be new videos added, but I'm not doing it here. So I'm going away for 7 days, putting money into it, so it's good quality. And yeah, we're setting up like a studio. We're gonna be recording. So yeah, it's gonna be good shit. We've just been organizing. I have people help. Like, I have a couple people helping me organize some stuff too right now. I think I'm gonna 7 to 10 days. I'm going. It's gonna be sick, like a sick location. I'm not. Well, it's gonna be 2 places I'm gonna be recording from. One's in Dubai, but first location in like, I'm going in 2 weeks. September 4th. September 4th. So yeah, I'm gonna be recording September 4th. I'm gonna be recording a lot of shit. September 4th, September 5th, September 6th, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, all the way to like the 13th. I got like a big studio getting set up. It'll be dope. I'll make some quick videos on these ones. Once it's easy. Once you have access, you should be able to just look it up under your indicators. It might be under like personal, invite only. It should be like maybe under one of these sections, maybe personal or invite only, community, or check your notifications on TradingView. Down in the bottom right corner, there's a notification, like over here, this little section, notifications. Check your notifications. Down in the bottom right corner, you got these little tabs here. Screeners. We're gonna have some screeners too. Yeah, that's something we're gonna have screeners like these. Yeah, like I'm making some stuff made with screeners. That'll be on TradingView. It's getting made. We're gonna have some. Yeah. This is stuff. Sorry, I'm making some stuff. It'll be dope. Down here where this stuff is. Trying to make some crypto screeners. For like just like a couple cryptos. Down here you should be able to see like a venture invited you to this or something like that. Or like indicators, maybe it's under invite only or personal. It's just different exchanges. They're just different exchanges. So the timing that they open, they're different exchanges. It's like with crypto. If you go to crypto and you look up Ethereum, you're going to see Ethereum on Binance. You're going to see Ethereum on Coinbase. You're going to see it on, like Kraken, like all the different exchanges. And there might be a slight difference between them. Maybe a slight. You might actually see a slight difference between some charts. Like if you look at Bybit and Coinbase, like a candle could be different. It's because the closing time, the exchange, forex.com and Oanda, different exchanges, the time they operate, the liquidity. With these two, these are brokers, so these are also brokers, right? Forex.com, Oanda, brokers. So it's like the liquidity could be different, the volume could be different. The price feeding behind when they operate and the closing time of the candle. It's just an hour. I think it's an hour difference at a time. I think it's like an hour difference. I'll show you. Yeah, if you have indicators, invite only. The SMC market structure one's cool. It'll literally give you like new eyes to the market. I'm getting stuff cleaned up. Like there's some stuff to fix on stuff. Some of you guys have messaged me about things, and some of you guys have put input. And it's like there's stuff that we've been, like I got it out as quick as I can. Otherwise, this all would have came closer to like October. It's like there's still stuff to be done on these ones, and stuff I have to update, and scripts I have to update. So it's not all done yet. Yeah, gold. Order. There's. Yeah, see down there. Could come down to there. Looks like that's even like 3,300 or lower. Cause it's on an angle now, too. It's like on this angle here. It did shift up. So if this is down, up, could try to like. So you have the low. You have a low down here. You have a high. Yeah, if you're in the inner circle, you these tools, you should have access to them and be able to use these tools. Yeah. If I I've added everyone like that's commented on these. There's like 3 posts I've done. There's 3 posts I've done under the understanding gold section. Right here, understanding gold. That one. There's 3 posts I've done. There's 2. So look at like 100, like just because they're different tools. Now this is gonna get changed. I'm gonna update the script for this. Like some of these, I'm gonna update the script for some of these. So once I update it, it'll change automatically for you guys. There's some stuff that's being fixed, just tweaked around. So these versions are gonna get tweaked, fixed around, just a couple little tweaks. But there is, there's gonna be completely new versions of these soon. Yeah, if you look, it's broken up. There's a low down here. So it's like, can we hold that low? It looks, they're coming back to like test that low on the daily. To be, you know, your bullish moves will be like bounces probably until it comes closer to the low, like around 3,300 down there. That's an order block. So the blue zone's an order block. I like them on the 1 hour. You can see one down there on the 1 hour. That's called an order block. There would be like an order block up here. If this goes up to here, this is an order block up here, that red zone. So potentially it could come back for like a retest and come down. No, Essential doesn't have all the tools. Only the Elite package does. Essential, I'm going to make a Telegram for Essential. Essential is going to have its own Telegram in like 11 days. So all you guys that are in there's the value in Essential, but Essential is going to have a Telegram very soon. I have plans for the Essential group. I'm going to make, yeah, so Inner Circle, I think that there's like 12 people in Essential. The value's there. You can learn. There's a lot to learn. There's a lot to learn, but I'm adding more videos in September. I got it's a long birthday month. Let's just say it was a long birthday month here. It's a long birthday month. Probably pull back. You're probably gonna get a bounce from the looks of it. Bounce back up. Bounce back up on gold, maybe for another sell setup. Some continuation. I'm about to make a Telegram group though for Inner Circle Essential. Looks like this potentially. Like pull back to previous support. Damn, 33.15 was it. I was thinking last night, so I was looking at 25 and I was like, all right, 10 25. Like how I like to calculate zones. If I already have a good zone, I'm like, the next zone is going to be like $10, $15 down more usually. So I was like, okay, 25. And I was like, the next one's going to be 15. So next area would be like 05, 3,300 maybe. You can even make your zones like the $5 work really well, like 45, 55, 35. Like instead of every $10, you could do every. I did a training on this once on YouTube a while ago. Like you could use every $5, but just keep them $10 distance. Life hack on gold. So you don't have to focus on the tens, the zeros. You can just focus on the fives. That's what I do a lot. So then that's how I create sometimes my zones. Or I'll like look at 35. Look at 45. It's like 45, 40 was a good area here, but it went to 30. It ended up going to 35 and bouncing. You could put them every $10. like a $10 distance, but just five from the fives. That's one of my tricks on gold. Most people just put go 10, like start at the zeros, go 3,300, 3,310, 3,315, 3,325, 3,330, 3,345, 55, 65, 75. That's a good way to create just levels. Those could be weekly levels. Because you'll often notice you'll sometimes notice the zeros, like the fives work really well. The fives respond well. Sometimes the zeros don't always stick. Or like create, like if you look at between 65 and 70. So you could start at the fives and know that the zero is above you. Like 70 is, you got 65 and 70 as an area there, kind of, where it's like 55 to 60. Coming down, it might be like 35 to 30 area, or 45 to 40 area. Like here you can see between 34.45, 34.45 held, but if you do 35.45 to 34.40, you have like an area there. The fives are really good as well. I teach a lot of just starting with the zeros. You put the fives, you'll see a lot of like you can see it on this chart just in front of us. We don't have to really go back. We could just use what's kind of here in front of us. Creates a nice grid, gives you good support and resistance levels to maybe anticipate or wait for, or let the market even come to. Yeah, but it looks like gold's going to try to bounce back. Looks like we're going to try maybe bouncing back, pulling up to this area, potentially some like sells from there, like in that area. Yeah, Ethereum, like I think soon, yeah, like it's getting, like I would, depends on how you're, like if you're buying on leverage, you could, like it's getting to start to build a position, like, it's not bad prices that it's coming to. Like at the worst, I think it could come to between 3,750 and 3,500. But if it hits 4K, you'll probably get a bounce. Like if it goes like in that 4K area, it'll probably have a bounce, even if it goes a bit below 4K. Oh, this scary news is coming out. Yeah. Fear. SEC delays, the SEC delaying stuff. Oh, here, yeah. Now all I'm seeing is bad headlines on I'm in this Telegram chat here. It's seeing these headlines coming out. We're getting some. Now you're getting the negative headlines. Yeah, seeing the negative headlines coming out. Oh wait, maybe I think it's August 19th, yeah. Could wait still. I think it'll probably touch 4K. It's trying to come down to like cheaper prices. It was just expensive. There's a lot of demand, so people sold. They want to buy at cheaper prices. $3,000 is pretty far, but that would be. You can see what's happened every time price has gone there. In the past, some bounces off of there. But it looks like it's going to come to test 4K. But gold, yeah, I went over gold already. Talked a bit about that. Looks like I said, looks like it's going to go for that bounce up. $33.15 got tapped. So I think you're getting like a bounce coming. Buys potentially. That could turn into a sell. You can see that area, the green zone. Coins that are correlated to ETH. So you want to be, if you're looking at alt season, which coins are good to be looking at? Well, the ones that are more correlated to Ethereum would be good. The things that, so I'll give you an example. Like Chainlink is one of them. Chainlink, if you compare Chainlink to Ethereum, let's go. It's very correlated to ETH. It can even, so ETH pumps, Chainlink outperforms. See the orange? The orange is Ethereum. So Chainlink, Ethereum doesn't have to go up as much. Like coins like this that you can see, you can see here. Like look here. Look at the percentage, 0 to 50%. You can see how the blue line is Chainlink's price compared to Ethereum's, and the percentage that we move here, like you can see Ethereum up 7%, but there's a difference in where Chainlink is. So like Chainlink will move, what Ethereum really moves, Chainlink will move a good amount. Or coins like this, something that's a good comparison to Ethereum, or even can outperform Ethereum when Ethereum moves. Chainlink, this is one of them. That's very good when you compare it to Ethereum. Chainlink holding. All the coins I've mentioned, I think I don't know if you're in the inner circle, but all the coins that I pretty much hold already. Yeah, Chainlink. If you look the other day, like I noticed, well, I've always noticed this. I've always noticed. What's another good? Like I think Nexo. I think I don't have that coin, but I think ARB is another one that's like that. I see something. It's about that wrong. I just want to see something. What is it? Tau? There's coins that, like Tau. Tau's another one, I think. That pumps of the ETH. Huh. Be typing things wrong. Probably even Cardano. Whiff. I'm still holding Whiff, like holding the coins, but trades. I'm not in any trades yet. It's looking like it's gonna come to like 70 cents. This zone wasn't holding. I caught some trades on it. I have a small position on it, building. But it looks like it's gonna come in this like zone. Everything's dropping right now. Like I said when I got on. It's, remember the discussion we had when we started the session. We're in that probably fear stage right now. It's gonna be quick, fast, big and fast from the looks of it. The discussion we had a discussion when we jumped on. It's not gonna feel good, but I don't think it's crazy. Like they always be saying buy it. See how the headlines get crazy, buy, and now it's like, oh my god. Now the headlines today, I'm seeing my phone right now. When I jump on again, we'll pull up some of the headlines. Like there's some negative headlines today. There's been some negative headlines even in the last week. What's the worst? Like I said, when I got on, the worst case could be like coming back down to here, $3,000. One of those days. Maybe gold start. It's like when crypto goes down, gold acts nice to me. I'm holding a lot of coins like Jupiter. Jupiter would probably be a good one. Jupiter, Ondo, Sui, ICP, Chainlink. Like look at Chainlink. Chainlink's. I've talked about in the past why I like Chainlink. I've talked about it before. We've talked about it on a lot of sessions, but it's been around for some time. It's had good stability. We've talked about it, why I like Chainlink down here when it was near $10. Well, if we knew this could happen. We knew there would be a time like this between August and September. We knew this in like June and July. We knew there would probably be a bloody phase or a bad phase, a panic, freak out, a flash crash, liquidation, all those things I said, all those and whatever else I would have said in between. We did know this could happen. Gold's been sideways for a minute. Yep. We did know this could happen, right? I think even in May I would talk about like there could be a bad season, a bad little phase in August, September, that period. It is historically the worst performing, but it did pump for most August, and now it's dumping going into September, which go study what you can do today. If you don't know Bitcoin like I do, go study August going into September. I remember, the worst August, September I ever experienced. Last year was crazy. I remember last year, but this right here, oh gosh, where is it? Where is that September? Oh, I'm too far. I gotta go back. Oh yeah, 3,000. Is that it? No, I think. Where is it? I'm going to find it. Where was that phase? And I think no. Forgetting my charts. Would have been, was that September? Gotta reminisce. I think it was here. Yeah. I remember this, but I remember, oh man, there was an August once, and I didn't even know it was September. It was one of the, it was a September that just, that was brutal. I think it was, once I see the chart right, I'll find it, but it's crazy how I can't find it right away. I do remember this crash though. Holy, this here. This was insane. I remember that crash. Oh yeah, it was in here. This was a crazy crash. Everyone was like, at that point, Bitcoin was dead. That was a Bitcoin. That was insane. Same with these two crashes. Were insane. I remember them. The panic, the fear. It was like Bitcoin is dead. That was like a panic time in the world. See what happened here though. I hope we don't get one of these this year before going into like a bull stage. That was October, November. The last 2 years. So if you look at like August, September. Like here's August, September. If you go to last year, I remember last year, market dropped in August, September last year. This is August. It was a bearish time in there. The last 2 years, the market dropped in August, September. It had a bearish phase 2 years ago. Was pretty big one. Pretty much like most August and September, like that's like August can start bullish, but then you can have a phase that goes into September completely bearish right here. We might be right here right now before the last peak up towards the end of the year. Because look at here, this was like 4 years ago. 5. That's October. This is August. August started bullish. Ended bearish going into September. September was a bearish month. It's a season. August into September. August going into September. September can be bearish. If you go look at most years, you go study most years, you're going to see the commonality. You might have like August bullish a bit, but then bearish into September. It's a season where you have pretty much like a market crash if you really study it, and you kind of can, if you can see it. BlackRock just, I'm pretty sure BlackRock just like sold some Bitcoin too. Yeah, BlackRock. What did BlackRock do today? BlackRock did something. Yeah, BlackRock, Bitcoin, stash it, continue Ethereum, insurance, that's right. I think. BlackRock now holds 3% of all Bitcoin. BlackRock ETFs. What's this? This is this morning. China is, I don't know if you guys saw the other week, the China chaos. Let's check the Twitter feeds. I saw this. Here we go. Bitmine bought another. I mean, Bitmine. Yeah, someone asked. They bought like 2 hours ago. Yeah, Bitmine bought like more Ethereum. I think like 220 million worth. I think someone asked about Bitmine. That's BMNR. I mean, that's their stock. They're trying to do a MicroStrategy did for Ethereum. MicroStrategy started the Ethereum or Bitcoin strategy like 5 years ago. So it's not gonna like it wasn't overnight, but look how big MicroStrategy got. Yeah, Bitmine Immersions. They just bought Ethereum today. I mean, if you're, sounds like they have some conviction. Yeah, like Bitmine bought another 220 million of Ethereum an hour ago. They now hold that much Ethereum. So there you go. I mean, they're buying. I mean, they're smart money's gonna be buying. Like if you're asking me when the best time is to buy, it's like they're like, you gotta understand, like there's people buying 220 million an hour ago. It's like, if Follow the money, follow signs, build your own conviction too. You can't time everything perfectly. I don't time everything perfectly, but note it, like, for me, it's better to be wrong early than right late. Yeah, BlackRock dumped 548 million worth of Bitcoin. 8 hours, yeah, that's what happened, fuckers. And so, like, yeah, like, that's not going to cause the market to go down, like, to zero, but that's going to cause other people. Just the fact of, like, BlackRock selling Bitcoin, that's just going to make fucking others sell Bitcoin, too. It's like another follow the money. Should have fucking put sells on Bitcoin. Oh, I wasn't awake. 9 hours. It looks like they sold, like, 10 hours ago. Let me see this. Yeah. Rumor has it BlackRock is going to try to force the price down, so Michael Saylor has to sell some micro strategy so they can buy Bitcoin cheaper and buy all the Bitcoin that Michael Saylor has. It's a bigger game now at this point. It's crazy. Yeah, BlackRock fucking dumped like 548 million worth. So that's what, yeah, that's it. So yeah, people, if they sell, people are going to sell. More people sell, more fear. Seen panic selling across the board. Hold the line. Tomorrow you see BlackRock buys 1 billion worth of Bitcoin or something. And they sold ETH. Yeah, they sold. They BlackRock sold. Coinbase, Binance dumping millions of ETH. Buy ETH. A lot of long positions. Liquidations. Yeah, they're trying to liquidate people too. Like I said when we got on, you got to remember, the higher prices go, the higher leverage gets. Oh, hey, shorty. Damn. 300. Look at that. 300 Bitcoin, 300 Bitcoin, 300 Bitcoin, 300 Bitcoin, 300 Bitcoin. So let's show Bitcoin's dilute. There's people tell me Bitcoin's a scam. There's no look at Blake. There's liquidity. It's there. There's money there. Fucking hell. Fucking BlackRock. There you go. You might, who knows? You might see in September BlackRock buys this month. You know, might start to train again. Like, I'm not panicking. I'm gonna be calm. That's why I sold, bro. A lot of you guys are asking me, why'd you sell XRP at $3.52? I sold a little bit of ETH too, not a lot. Should have sold more. Now it's down. Like, see, when things pump, it's good to take profit. Remember, I sold some XRP. People thought I was crazy for selling XRP at 350. Now it's at 290. I could buy that XRP back for cheaper. Look at MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy's down hard. Stocks are down. Are stocks down today? Maybe some. How's the stocks? Our stocks looking? Bloody day there. Okay, our stocks are down today. Okay. Okay. MicroStrategy. Damn. They're probably, like, a lot of times when this goes down, they end up buying more Bitcoin. We'll see how that goes. BlackRock would sell today, not here. At these prices. 113 now. They sold like earlier in the day. Look at the chart. Does the chart look terrible right now? I don't think so. Yeah, this whole area over here, right? So I wouldn't count that zone out. We've been above $100,000 per how many days now? We've been above $100,000 for over 100 days now. We just broke 100 days this weekend. Obviously, if Bitcoin comes back to 100K, then you're going to see all your altcoins go back to probably where they were recently. A lot of lower prices, or even lower for some of them. But if you look at the chart, looks like it's trying to come back to like 100,000 or 110 even. This area here, you have an area here. As long as like these dips aren't terrible. Like it makes sense the time it's happening and going into with the market, like August going into September. I expected this months ago. We gotta hold off until September. I knew this could happen. This is maybe that flash crash coming that I was saying could happen in August, September. You'll get a recovery and then another flush out. Like probably recover, flush out one more time. 100K. We've been above that for 103 days. Market still could try to come back to that price. Yeah, BlackRock sold 548 million worth. Is this just ETF outflows or what? I mean, I think it's just ETF out, like their transfers from BlackRock's IBIT wallet. So that's likely more to relate to ETF outflows or redemptions. I have to see. We're gonna get updates on We're gonna get more updates on this. It's it's not BlackRock selling Bitcoin. It's ETF activity. There might be a small amount. I think the amount of Bitcoin was like 60 something million, not that much, from what I'm seeing. Tariffs are just increased and interest rates are like the tariffs are just increased too. So that's one thing, right? The market sentiment isn't so great right now. They like the ETFs buy and sell based on inflow, like it's inflow and outlet. So it's like it's not BlackRock just selling. It's people redeeming ETF shares or managing redeeming ETF outflows or redemption or ETF related outflows. I don't think it's just Bitcoin, but that obviously is causing people to fucking panic sell Bitcoin. It's ETF, it's Bitcoin ETF related because it's on the IBIT. It's the wallet is the IBIT, BlackRock IBIT ETF wallet. What about Ethereum? Now, Coinbase and Binance were dumping millions of ETH. Interesting. Two whales just bought nearly 200 million worth of Ethereum. Two just random whales, just random wallets. There's people buying ETH, like whales. There's some big Ethereum buys going, regardless of what the market and how people are feeling. People who have the conviction are locked in. Two whales nearly bought 220 million worth of ETH, and then IBIT, the BitMine bought 220 million worth of ETH. That's like over 400 million right there. Yeah. Yeah, whales are buying the ETH dip. Whales are buying the ETH dip, it seems more so. But yeah, BlackRock sold, like, that's what's happening today. BlackRock, Coinbase, Binance dumping some crypto too. The IBIT ETF. I'm scrolling looking for some news, but that's what I said. That's what I see. That's Robinhood listed Xauusd today. Damn. It looks like whales are buying. Like I see big ETH buys happening. But yeah, prices are still like, regardless of what price has been doing today, even early, like 4 hours ago, 8 hours ago, 6 hours ago. I don't know, not even now. 48 minutes ago, like 97 million. Like there's some stuff. Robinhood listed Sui token for trading. That's some news. ETH. Yeah, BlackRock just fucking. Why'd they do that, man? We're going good. We're just at 118, 120. This might be. This is a bear. This is gonna be like. This is a bear trap. This is gonna be a big bear trap, basically. BlackRock's fucking loading their IBIT, and when people see posts like that, they think it's Bitcoin itself, but it's more. It's related to the IBIT stuff more so. IBIT is the BlackRock ticker. It's related more to this. See, this is IBIT. This is the IBIT Bitcoin Trust US dollar for BlackRock. That's down today. That's what the BlackRock 500 or like 600 million worth. If Fidel, are they saying, is it? People are saying worth of Ethereum, but it's their. That's the thing. These ETFs do create this turbulence too. Institutions taking profit. Yeah, some institutions are taking profit. That's what they're doing. Fucking hell. ETFs. These ETFs, man. Every dip they sell, then they end up buying. Like, they sell their ETFs, and then they end up actually buying the fucking crypto, probably. So, yeah, even Fidelity, yeah, it looks like some of them are taking profits and selling. 73 million on Fidelity. Yeah. This could be a bear trap. These posts will say BlackRock sells 600 million worth of Bitcoin, but their ETFs don't even like this isn't necessary. It's not Bitcoin, but it's correlated to Bitcoin's price. But we can see that. See, this is the day here. We can see what that has done to Bitcoin. Mother suckers. They control. BlackRock now controls 3.5% of the market. Mother suckers. Yeah, bear trap coming. August, September. I gotta get ready. It's like a bear. It feels like a bear trap coming. I think it'll. I think this will graduate. It'll continue more. Seeing all the news now. You're gonna see a lot of liquidation liquidation stuff. That's it. Bull run's over. That's it, guys. Go back to work. From now until like September 12th, September 15th, brace yourself, maybe. Brace yourself. These posts, people see these posts, and then yeah, we're gonna go to fear probably by tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll probably be at fear, or close to it. We'll probably get to fearful stage soon. Like, we've been pretty neutral, close to greed. We haven't got to extreme greed. Although price has gotten like somewhere. Like right now the market's probably in fear. Like, it's reading a 53, like neutral. It'll probably be like in fear like tomorrow. If not, like maybe the day after. Same thing it did last summer. Before the end of the year rally. Go look at last summer, July here, October 24, right? Up, down, stayed more neutral, but there was neutral back to fear. Look at that little box. Like, I'm just circling around it. I just where I'm like, oh, yeah. That whole from here to here. Meow. No. This little area. right? All right. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Market sentiment is going to the same stage. Now, price, where does price go? That might be harder to time. Maybe could it go to 100K, 105, 110, or we've seen crypto, it can go back up quick, but if you look at this, it looks like we're going to be going to a fearful point, which means we'll probably have a little bit more price down. Looks like we're going back to fear in the market, which means you will, if you go to fear, you'll see cheaper prices. Looks like fear's on the way. BlackRock, Fidel, like ETFs sold there a lot. It looks like they took some profit today, and yesterday. God damn it! Next time when they do it, yeah, yesterday. So yeah, yesterday. Yeah. So it started yesterday, but people are following the wallets. Nothing's been updated on here, but people are yesterday. But people are tracking wallets. These guys took profit. This was yesterday, but today, it's apparently 600 million today. It's okay. We've seen times where it's been interesting if you've followed this since December. It's been an interesting thing to follow. This could be a bear trap that this money ends up they pumped it. It's interesting what they'll do. You're going to see fear come in, though. Yeah, we're going to go to a fearful state. Things are going to get cheaper from the looks of it. Prices can push lower. Like, it looks like we're going to go to fear. When we go to fear, prices go lower. People panic more. I mean, Bitcoin's still pretty much $13,000 a coin. Ethereum's above 4K still for now. We might go, looks like we're trying to go to 4K. 4K, 3,900, numbers like that. It looks like might be a good time to start DCAing. Like I said, if you were super bullish on XRP up here, it's coming down to cheaper prices, right? It might come down to 280, 270, 250, maybe 230. Like, it's coming down to cheaper prices, right? If you like Solana at 200s, it's looking like it's coming down to 160s, 150s. Or if you liked whatever coin, right? That, like, if you like Ethereum a week ago up here, like, I need, you know. It makes sense for this season, the time of the year. I've seen this time of the year drop like it is right now. Last year it happened. Last year, literally around this time, or maybe earlier. Last year this happened, and I wasn't even home. I was in Europe on vacation. I remember this happened literally a year ago around this time, and it was crazy. It happened like back to back to back days. We might see more like it might not just be today. You might see back to back to back days of this, like a week of this, or maybe 2 weeks, like where it just graduates, continues on. Oh man, well, about to watch at the right time. I'm not days like this. I don't even look at my portfolio. I just take a nap. I don't even look. Maybe we can look for fun. So I could have just sold like 2%. I didn't get the memo. I'm only down 50,000 on the hour. It's not bad. No, that's the hour. Shit. Only down 300. That's why I don't look. I don't even. Only down 350K. That's why I don't look. That's why I don't look. Only down 350. About to watch. Literally the other night, Bitcoin was at trading. Where was it trading? It was trading in here. It's trading like in here. It was in here. Well, I'm gonna sell the watch now and buy my Bitcoin back. Enjoy it. I'm gonna sell the watch, buy the Bitcoin back, buy the watch back. Do it. I did that with a Richard Mille. I bought a Richard Mille when Bitcoin hit. So I bought a Richard Mille when Bitcoin was in like this. It was in here. It was high, but it wasn't. It was when it was coming down. So it was at like 56. It was in here. It was on. It was when it was coming down. I bought a Richard Mille, $236,000 watch. I ended up selling the watch at 28K to the person that I bought it from. They don't like me for that at all. To the same person I bought the watch from. So think about it. I bought a watch with Bitcoin up. It was interesting. It was a $236,000 Richard Mille. I don't have it anymore. I sold it, but I got to. It was nice. I had the watch for like a bit. I went outside. I had the watch for over a year. Everywhere I went with that watch, I got attention. It was a conversation piece everywhere. Restaurants, bars, dinners, anywhere you could be here. Anywhere, any venue, any event, any genre, any establishment, any event, any meeting, any dinner, anything. I bought the watch here. I sold it back. I sold it to the. I hope they're not watching this stream. I won't say who they are, but one of my friends, they hate me. They'll bring it up from time to time. Like, it's like, sorry. So that was a funny story. I just bought a watch. I'm probably gonna buy more this year. It's physical stuff. I've bought some things already with. I bought this watch. This is $41,000, 40, around there, depending on the market. They're quick to rotate. I like buying watches. They're quick to rotate, especially if you know. Like I know watches, so, and I know people, so they're quick to rotate. They're real physical too, so it's like. I sold a watch when Ethereum was $2,200. So it was similar to this watch, but it was rose gold and had a green face, an olive dial, much more scarce, much more like of a scarcer piece, like more solid piece that people want. The olive dial. I sold that watch and got 39 Ethereum. One Ethereum was pretty much over here. I've been holding that 39 Ethereum since then. I did that in 2023, 2020, like 2024 in here. I sold around 2,200. I was able to get 39 Ethereum for the watch. And yeah. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. All right. Oh yeah, brace yourself. I mean, take this. It's what I said. Like if you're bullish up here and it's like I can't buy Bitcoin, it's too expensive, or maybe up here you're like I can't buy ETH, it's too expensive. Now the market's starting to give you that pullback where prices are getting cheaper compared to where they just were in the short term. Obviously we came from 2K, 1,500. But now it's like demand's above 3. There's a lot of demand above 3,000, 3,500. But yeah, yo, I gotta wrap it up. We've been on for a little bit here. Um, Hope you guys enjoyed the session, got some value. Let's see, gold. I already went over gold a couple times. Nothing more. I think, yeah, it's like maybe you're gonna bounce. Maybe the same thing I went over. Yeah, like still looks bearish. Like it could drop, but possibly a buy before a sell. So I would see a buy here. I see a buy and potentially a sell up there. We ran down gold a couple times, but I'm gonna wrap it up. Like I like to say, buy or cry. Like I'm gonna treat this. I'm gonna tell you guys how I'm gonna treat this. All right, Evan Cabral. But you gotta remember, I got no emotion in this game. Like I'm treating this how I've always treated it, like buy or cry situation. Like if it's like, damn, ETH's expensive up here. Let me see if I can get more around 4,100, around 4,000, maybe lower. I'm gonna treat it how most of you guys who've followed me for a while maybe understand, like how I've always treated things. I have long-term price targets, so we're getting there. It looked like it looked like my targets were gonna almost get achieved last week, but this I'm treating more like a corrective phase, a correction inside of this bull phase that we've been kind of entering. I'm gonna treat this how I've been treating things personally. I'm gonna try to scale into things slowly, not go too big all in at once. So I'm gonna try to just build small positions, no liquidation prices, just try to scale in. I'm gonna probably dog with hat in Ethereum. I'm gonna be scaling in and just loading my positions up small, so I don't have I don't want liquidation prices, no liquidation prices. Like keep it kosher. But Ethereum for sure more. With, yes. Solana, yes. Bitcoin if you can afford it. Like it's an expensive game now for Bitcoin. There's the accumulation game for Bitcoin. But Solana, yes. XRP is good. ETH, yes. Cardano. The ones that you believe in, like, just look for better prices. Look for cheaper prices. Gold. I do think gold could come down, like I said, to 3,300. Possibly. I'm going to start to build a position probably on WIF and Ethereum on leverage. I won't have a liquidation price, so I'll probably start off with like 5 Ethereum and maybe like 5,000 WIF, 10,000 WIF, nothing big to start off with. I'm probably going to get like 10,000, 15 to 1%, because 1% would be like 3,500 WIF for me right now. So 3,500 times, so I'll probably start out at 2%, 3,000. Yeah, I'll probably get like 10,000 WIF position just to start, in case it goes to like the 70s. I don't want to be all in. I'm probably going to start building a WIF and ETH position. Those ETH, I like ETH's pullback. Personally, I'm not afraid of the pullbacks. Yeah, ETH, I'm probably going to start loading up on ETH on leverage trading. I'm not buying it. I have enough ETH. I'm just holding. I just converted, like I took an account from 18,000 to 76,000. That was good. It's in USDT. I could literally buy ETH with that, but I'm using it to trade. I could literally, like I could buy ETH, but I'm pretty locked and loaded, as you guys know. Like I'm down 350K on the day. I don't need to buy more ETH. Yeah, I don't really need to buy more. Fucking hell. Trading it though, I'm gonna start building on ETH. I think I like this pullback. I'm not afraid of it personally. Even if it goes to 4,000, it goes to 3,900. I'll be able to control that. So ETH, personally, like not financial advice, because yeah, the market could obviously drop more, but you know, between now and probably 3,750, 3,900, I'm going to be buying ETH. Now on leverage, yeah. Between now and lower, so like where price is at and lower, I'm going to be scaling in, try to see if we can get a swing out of there. I'm I'm following the pull. I'm treating the pullback how honestly I'm gonna treat it how I've treated everything up to this point. I won't do that forever, but I'm gonna continue doing it for now. Between now and 4,000, 3,900 or lower, I'll be grabbing ETH. I'm gonna start a position now and then just close my laptop and check up on it tomorrow or tonight and see where it is. If it's lower, I'll add more. I'll only add more if it goes lower than where it's at right now. Like 4,100, 4,000, 3,900, lower prices. I do like this pullback though, personally. We're above a pretty psychological level, previous level resistance, so maybe we can try to hold above it. ETH, I think it's maybe starting. How do you get down the liquidation price? You have to add you have to add more money in the account. Think about it, because that's why you don't start them. You don't start your positions big on when you're leverage trading. You got to start small. You got to start them 1% maybe. Depends on how you're trading. If you're trading like a quick scalp, to bring liquidation prices down, you need more USDT in your account. That'll bring the liquidation price down automatically. Or you would have to sell some of the position and take some of a partial loss. You would either have to realize some loss and you could keep the position open still, or you'd have to put more USDT in the account, that's why I don't start. When I leverage trade, I start with smaller accounts. I took 18K to 76K. I wouldn't have traded a $500,000 account the way I was trading the $18,000 account at all. Total different aggression. I wouldn't be, no. Totally different aggression tolerance in there. But I did 620% in 30 days trading that aggressive way, but I did it on $18,000. I would. Fuck, if we did that on the big account, would have been crazy. I've done that times. I had to realize like $8,000 in loss once, to maintain the position. Yeah. I haven't had any crazy experiences. That was one thing, but yeah, I'm out. I'll be on in a bit. Keep you guys posted.